Today I'm talking about an article that I read in Forbes magazine. You can go look it up. I'll post it here in the link if you want it. Just let me know. But it was really interesting because it was talking about this whole idea of a side hustle and whether a side hustle, if you've never heard the term, a side gig, a side business, not necessarily a part-time job. I'm not really talking about that, but a side hustle. Somebody's working something and possibly leveraging, online marketing, stuff like that. So what is it? And can it be a new, a form of job security? Because let's face it, the whole job security thing is done, dusted, gone, like totally gone. My parents, I think, were probably the last people at 75 that actually will be getting a, whatchamacallit, you know what I'm talking about, getting a pension. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on out there in the big wide world. Okay. People, their savings are going down. There's a massive amount of credit card debt going on in the world. I did a live the other day. I think it was last Wednesday, my Wealth Wednesday, talking about here in West Australia. There's, I can't even remember the number, but hundreds and thousands of people who cannot pay their electricity or their water bills. Right? So there's some economic challenge going on, right? And, a lot of people are looking for ways to make extra money, but they don't necessarily want to break the bank and buy a franchise, for example, and spend, $500,000 on doing that. They don't necessarily want to start a massive business, right? And people are looking from simply having a subsistence sort of lifestyle to something that's more focused on prosperity, right? So earning a living versus building a life, right? And that really starts with a mindset change, right? So can a side hustle be this sort of job security, this extra income that people are looking for? Well, yes, it can. Of course it can. And people all over the place are doing it. So here's just some sort of side hustle versus a part-time job, right? Because sometimes people will look for a part-time job, but there's some things that a part-time job will not give them that actually work against us moving from that subsistence to prosperity, that prevent us from moving from, earning an income from a job to building, a life, right? So number one is you're not trading time for money. Right, so a straight time for money exchange is, you're clocking in, clocking out of a job, right? It's just straight time for money. You're not investing in building something, right? You're not investing in building an asset that's going to pay you over time, right? So that's the first thing. Number two, so an extra, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000 a month can be life-changing. It absolutely can. And there's a statistic around there, and Sandy, you might know where it actually came from, that said that $400, I'm pretty sure it was $400 a month, could save many marriages, because financial stress is probably the number one, the number one stress, right? It's the number one stress that affects our health, and it's the number one stress that affects our relationships, right? But that's the first thing. But also, that sort of money over time can really make a massive, massive difference if that money is actually building an asset. And it can also make a major, major difference, right, if it didn't require the same amount of time necessarily than going out and getting a brand new job, right? So in other words, hey Thegis, how you going, my lovely? So in other words, there's some time leverage there, right? So side hustles have potential for growth. Right? Sorry, I'm just reading my notes. I always have notes. Side hustles have potential for growth, right? So, and personal growth is huge. That's one of the biggest reasons why I am still here in my network marketing business, why I still show up every single day or most days to do this Daily Igniter show and get on live. It is why. It is because when you invest in a side hustle, there's huge potential for growth, right? Growth in the asset and growth in you, which is just so invaluable. That's, you know, the topic of another live for another day, right? And you're not under somebody else's control. You're not under somebody putting a cap on your income, your self-worth, your skill development, right? None of those things. Hey, Thejas, thanks for waving. So, you know, yes, side hustles can be an absolutely brilliant way and are right now as we speak an amazing, very, very powerful way for people to build, you know, that job security that they don't have anymore, right? There is no such thing really as job security. So, you know, what's a side hustle, right? There's so many examples. Like maybe it's, you know, somebody is selling products and services through a network marketing distribution model. Thanks, whoever that was, for the like. Maybe they're doing it from their home. Maybe they've got, you know, I've got a girlfriend that loves to knit, and she's got this amazing little business that she's growing online. Hey Tracy, how you going? Online, using social media to make like the coolest stuff. And guess what? There is a whole tribes of people who love like the little hats and the little baby toys and all the stuff that she knits. It's so cool. In this particular article, the guy gave an example of this gentleman who makes, I think it was $700 a month by writing review articles for fish tanks. Why not? You love fish. You're good at spotting what's a good quality fish tank. Why not? You know, people building businesses on Amazon, like selling t-shirts, doing this and that. My kids, who I'm instilling in as best I can an entrepreneurial mindset, are starting to come up with great ideas. My eldest just went and bought a bunch of stickers off of Wish at very low cost, and he's going to sell them at school for 50 cents more, or whatever it is, right? So a side hustle can really be something very, very powerful. And especially in this day and age, we can leverage social media. We can leverage like Facebook Lives like this. We can leverage networks all across the world. So I hope you got some value from my Wealth Wednesday Daily Igniter show today. And if you're looking for a side hustle, if you're looking for something, especially if you're a woman and you're a mom and you're looking to really be able to build a secondary income without sacrificing doing what you're already doing, please feel free to reach out to me. And what I do may or may not resonate with you, might not be your thing, but it might. We can see if we'd be a fit for each other. Hey Daphne, thanks for hopping in. So if you're new, I'd love you to type in new in the comments. If you're on the replay, you can pop in replay, and I'm gonna hop off here and get back to work. Hope everyone has a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.